What's your brand?
So I build people, and that's on both sides. So from a business side, I build executives, every level of employee to senior executives, CEOs. I build people who build products. On the, like, I call it the secular side, or that's why I do my life coach and motivational speaker. I'm an author. I build people who build successful lives. I'm a people builder. I'm a people builder and a purpose pusher.
Okay. Is how much of the daily decisions you make,
Mm-hmm.
the intentional things you do, how much of those are reinforced by what your brand needs to be, what you're trying to show the world, who you are? Is it always on your mind?
Yes. Because I always see the 1999 me versus the 2000 me. I always see someone who has the ability but just needs the exposure or the right opportunity or someone to believe in them. Like, I know what it's like to be in a space where you consistently talk yourself out of, and you down talk yourself, and you're not worthy, and that's not for you, and I've lived in that space. So I know what it's like to come from that space and come out of that space, and now I'm dedicating to make sure that people are able to either, one, never get to that space or come out of that space effectively. And that's in everything, like, because we get to that place even in business. I've gone in so many companies and some of these major organizations, Fortune 500 companies that I've worked with and done training and curriculum and development for, is you see people who get into this space. One of the things that I teach companies is how employees have what I call the exclusion response, where you come in on a high, and then most people don't see when they start to withdraw, where it's a slow decline, where the energy begins to shift. And first you come in and you're excited. How do you maintain that? How do you cultivate that? How do you cultivate vision and ideas that keep you progressive and keep you ahead of the curve? You got to keep challenging yourself. And I am one of those who consistently will challenge myself because I feel like there's more. Because I always see me, and I try to be the opportunity or the thing that I know that I needed in that season. So I build people from all aspects. Like, one of the things that I created is a 21-day purpose plan, right? Where it takes people through 21 days. It's 21 days to develop a habit. You give me 21 days, I will literally change your mindset. I'll change how you see life. I'll change how you see relationships. I'll change how you see opportunities. We'll go through this 21 days, and it will literally shift your perspective. But what happens is most people start to do day 1, day 2, day 3, and then they'll skip a few days. And then we lose that momentum. And then what happens is we think that, okay, I missed 2 days. Let me just pick up on day 7. And now we've lost everything that we were trying to build. So get into that space where knowing that the thing that's always on my mind is there's always somebody who needs somebody. And my goal is to be that somebody for as many somebodies as possible.
That's a pretty good brand. and I guess if enough of the world knows about it, they're going to let you be there somebody,
Yeah.
I guess, man, I guess. Why 21 days, though? Why it's 21 days to create a habit?
Because 21 days, you've gone through the realm of consistency of all of the gamut of emotions, right? Because that first week is the excitement. That first week is just, okay, this is my New Year's resolution. Okay, this is a great opportunity. Let me jump in. And you don't even settle in really to that second week. And you start to see things, and you start to identify, and you start to unpack. And then you don't even start to process to that third week. So you got that first week is excitement. That second week is you settling in. The third week is you're processing. And after you process, then you make a decision. So if we get to that place where we ride the wave of the excitement, right, and we settle in on the fact that you could actually live in this perpetual state forever, and then you process that effectively, then you make the decision to commit to what you started to.
If 21 days with William Changes your life. That's an awful cheap amount that you charge them to go through that with.
Yeah,
what is
man.
that, like $350 or something? What is that, huh?
So here's my thing. My thing is I want to make it accessible because this goes back to me seeing me, right? Like, there were times where I wanted to do it and didn't have it. Or, for somebody who's on the brink, 350 could break the bank, right? So I look at it from the standpoint of, I'm not trying to get rich off of you, but I do know that it takes a level of investment for you to stay committed to it. That's why they charge gym memberships. Because even if you see, I see a lot of people who pay the lower fee membership and they don't go. It's just $10, right? But when you get to that place where you actually are invested, it keeps you having to come back because I got to have some type of return on my investment. But at the same time, I really do want you to win because it's not about money. This is about my why is making sure that people get to tap into their purpose. And I want you to win on every aspect of your life. I want you to live an iconic life in every aspect. I want your family to thrive. I want your businesses to thrive. I want you to thrive in your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual, and your physical. It's my desire. It's a driving force of mine. So yeah, I could tack it up. It could be very high ticket. We could really break the bank, and but at the end of the day, then am I only targeting the people who live on the mountain? What about the people in the valley? So let's make it to where everybody can get in. How can we all get to a place where we can all come to the table? Because the people on the mountaintop who may feel like, okay, I'm grateful for the car, need it. But the people who had to walk 10 blocks, 3 buses, 2 trains, that's revolutionary.
That's the ones you want it for.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not satisfying at nearly the high level to help the people up on the mountain.
Absolutely.
It's just not.
Yeah.
Like, you'll help them.
Yeah.
But their life's already kind of okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and I'll say to this too, is because I get the same passion out of them, helping them and pouring into them, because we go through the process of evolution and understanding that I thought I was good and realized that I've been approaching life, even though deemed successful, but empty. So being able to have that light bulb moment is just as impactful. I love seeing the people, the underdogs, being able to thrive and to grow, and to ones who had to walk the 10 blocks. But when you realize that you were sitting on this mountaintop, and this mountaintop that you thought was going to bring you fulfillment actually has done the exact opposite. When we unlock that, and that's the eureka moment, I live for it.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
All right, so when life happens,
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about a lot of things, but when you break it down, when life happens, what are we supposed to do?
When life happens, you have to have a commitment that no matter what happens, no matter what season, no matter what turmoil, no matter what test, no matter what trial, no matter who leaves, no matter who walks away, you got to have a commitment to the fact that throwing in the towel is not an option. My persistence, my discipline will override even the aspect of when my desire fades or when situations begin to crumble and deteriorate. I got to have a commitment that throwing in the towel is not an option. Life is going to happen. If I'm proactively preparing for it, the only thing that I can control is the fact that I am committed to the process. And I refuse to throw in the towel. I'm in too deep.